Okay, so recently this user had requested for me to do a review on the Beasts of Mesozoic Tyrannosaurus figure. A figure, if you've seen some of my videos, you might already know that I just recently purchased, and I've been absolutely just loving. It's literally one of my favorite things ever. Look at that. That's just amazing. I am late to this review. I know that this figure has been out for a while now, but I'm literally willing to talk about anything dinosaurs. So let's go ahead and do this. Now, this figure I bought from a museum gift shop. I don't think it's currently in stock on the Creative Beast Studio website right now. I will share a link to there in case you want to ever revisit it. And I do think that they sell these figures on Amazon too, so I'll put a link to some of those figures on there. First of all, I absolutely love the shape of this animal. Like, just look how Tyrannosaurus-esque that is, if that makes sense. The coloring is also really striking and really cool. I like the base color of red mixed in with some oranges, some yellows, a few kind of lighter browns here and there, and the black striping also looks incredible. You'll also note that it seems to have what almost looks like leathery skin. From the small pockets of skin impressions that we have of Tyrannosaurus, this does seem to be accurate. Tyrannosaurus had very small scales that from afar would have looked like a leathery type skin. So that is awesome. Going up to the head, I think the head was pulled off very well. I'll point out that it does have forward-facing eyes, something that is true for T-Rex. You know, it would have stared directly into your soul. It was a very good predator. The lacrimal horns, I think, are really striking and really cool looking, and the way that they lead into that nasal ridge, which is like the midline of right there, I think just looks so cool. They also did portray it with lips, a topic that is greatly debated, of course. Me personally, I'm more in favor for lips, but you know, that's not necessarily something that has a conclusion right now. So if you think that they were lipless, then that's awesome. But me personally, I just love seeing lipped dinosaurs. I'll take note of the teeth. I think they look really good. They really capture the shape of Tyrannosaurus teeth very well. And I'll also note that they're extremely hard too. Like, they're made out of a really hardy material that just, you know, is just tough. Like, they're not really kind of soft or anything like that compared to some other figures that I've owned. Now let's talk a little bit about the legs, because that's, I think, one of the biggest parts about the Tyrannosaurus. These legs do come off, and you get some interchangeableness. You get these legs right here that do offer some articulation, so there is some posability, and then the feet also come off, and you get some different options. There's this foot right here, the bird foot, essentially, and this is the foot that you would use if it was standing on the ground, because all three of the toes are spread out. Then you also get this foot, which I think the whole plan or intention of this foot is when it's taking a step, after it just took a step, and it's going for another step, and it lifts up that foot, it would be back there, kind of like this, you know, because all the toes are together, so because they're being lifted. And then there is this foot right here, which is bent, and obviously you could probably guess the whole intention of that one, where it's lifting off of this foot and going into the next step. So there's a lot of posability options with this figure, which I think is really cool. It also does, I don't have it with me. It also comes with a base right here. The base, I think, is really cool, offers some coolness. But not all the feet actually have a hole on the bottom. There's these little things right here where you can place the T-Rex on there. The foot that you can place on that is this one. This leg does not offer any articulation. It's just completely straight up, but it does have a hole on the bottom. So you're able to just kind of slide it in, and currently you can feature a one-legged Rex. I can't imagine this one would have been too good at hunting down prey. Personally, I found that I think that the best way to have it is to have one leg that's articulating and one leg that is just the base leg, and then placing this guy on here, because I'm so afraid that it's going to fall off my shelf. You know, that's not something I want. And because that second one can bend, you can like place it on a rock or something like that. And I think that's like the best way to do it. Very sketchy right now. I also completely forgot to mention the arms. The arms, I think, look really good. They are very accurate to our, to T-Rex arms. They're very short relative to its body size. 2 fingers, something the Tyrannosaurus did have. And I'll also note that this is also accurate. There is this digit right here, the top one is smaller than the one on the bottom. That's accurate. You can also hold its hands in the correct position, which is a clapping motion, but I guess if you want to break the poor animal's wrists, you can also turn them downwards. If you didn't know, dinosaurs are unable to, theropod dinosaurs, they were unable to hold their hands like this. They would have broken them. They didn't have the same type of range of motion that we humans have. But I am very excited to have this figure in my overall collection. I don't have an accurate T-Rex yet, well, until now, accurate to our current understanding, and I just think that they absolutely nailed its design. It's seriously my favorite thing, and I think it's gonna be so cool to see it in the background of my videos. And there we have it, the newest addition to the background shelf, along with quite a mix, like quite an assortment of different things. This is, of course, my second Beasts of Mesozoic figure that we have to the overall collection. Tyrannosaurus is one of my favorite dinosaurs, so I did start off with that. But I did absolutely have to get the Rex. This is something that I have been eyeing for a while, so it really was an awesome grab, finding it at said museum. So I think that is going to look really awesome. It is also absolutely worth mentioning that with the purchase of a Beast of Mesozoic figure, at least the ones that I've gotten thus far, you get this out of focus card. There we go. You get some really cool paleo art done by R.J. Palmer. R.J. Palmer is one of my favorite paleo artists, so it's amazing to see his art on here. Look how awesome that looks, if I can stay in focus. Look how awesome that looks. It's incredible detail. The awesome pose of the Rex that, of course, fits in very nicely with the figure. On the back, you get all of this awesome information. You get, the length of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the weight, its location, time period, and it was discovered, of course, by Barnum Brown in 1902. Also, the translation of Tyrannosaurus Rex, which translates to Tyrant Lizard King. The most famous dinosaur of all time. Tyrannosaurus Rex was amongst the largest land predators to ever exist. Despite it having the strongest estimated bite force of any terrestrial animal, there's been plenty of debate about whether or not it was a scavenger or a hunter. Of course, we all know that it wasn't no scavenger, but the whole hunter versus scavenger thing is something that I'll probably dive into once I talk about the Valley of T.rex, which I'm sure eventually we will get into. So yeah, I guess stay tuned for that. Real quick before I end the video, I also want to kind of bring this little bit of an update. Nothing's final right now, but I am currently kind of thinking about making a Patreon, something to really help support the channel and, of course, support me. This is not my full-time job, of course, if you can probably tell. But it is something that I absolutely love doing, and it is something that is helping my family out a lot, too. Again, I'm not too sure if anything's really set in stone with that, but possibly look forward to seeing that sometime in the future. Regardless, videos will keep coming because I absolutely love making videos. I love talking about this sort of stuff, no matter what it is, essentially. So that's pretty much all I have for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have an awesome day.